My brothers and sisters, let me give you other examples other than the wives or the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Take the example of a woman by the name of Ar-Rumaisa. Ar-Rumaisa, and she was the wife of a man, of a Sahaba by the name of Abu Talha. Ar-Rumaisa initially was married to a man by the name of Malik, who was a drunkard, he was a non-Muslim, and he died in his disbelief. From Malik, Ar-Rumaisa gave birth to 2 sons, which I'm sure you know the names. Number 1 is Anas bin Malik, and number 2 is... It's okay. It's okay. I have 5 children too. If my wife wasn't looking after them, I wouldn't be here. Alright. So, subhanAllah, Allah have mercy on our mothers, subhanAllah. Allah have mercy on our mothers. Okay, where was I? Are you paying attention? Just kidding. So Ar-Rumaisa, she gave birth to 2 sons whose names you all know. Number 1 was Anas bin Malik, and number 2 was Bara ibn Malik. Anas bin Malik, at the age of 4, Ar-Rumaisa, this woman, said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam needs a servant, someone to look after his affairs, not really servant to do this and that, but someone to be with him, operations manager, for lack of better words, for little things, okay, or a PA, secretary, if I may use that term. All right, call it a servant, okay. Needed a servant to look after his affairs and to help him do this and that, get this and get that. So what did she do? At the age of 4, at the tender age of 4, at the tender age of 4, beginning of 4, not even ending of 4, at the beginning of 4, she went to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even though she lived about 10 houses down the road. She went to the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, Ya Rasulullah, I would like my son to be your servant and to serve you and to stay with you in your house. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam accepted that. Now my question is to you is this: at the age of 4 is a really tender age. It's an age when you play around with your children. It's an age where my daughter, subhanAllah, Maryam, is about 3.5 at the moment. So cute. So cute. Ah, you want to bite her cheeks. And then you get afraid that the child security agencies will be called upon you, so you don't bite her cheeks. So you kiss her cheeks. So cute, subhanAllah, at that tender age. When they're speaking to you on the Skype and phone, I don't know what she's saying. But she's having a deep conversation with me, telling me everything that Aisha's doing and Yusuf's doing. That age, you just want to freeze them at that age. Please, Maryam, don't grow up. Please, we're going to freeze you at that age. Don't grow up anymore. We love you at that age. Anything more and then we unfortunately tend to lose our children, or they become older and uninteresting. At that age, beautiful. That kiss is like $1 million kiss, mashallah. And she runs and she hugs her dad and takes the shoes off my feet and takes my socks, and then she gets me water. At that age, mom, dad wants water. She runs and she gets water. SubhanAllah, amazing, wallah. So at that tender age of 4, which mother would do that? Either one of 2 types of women would do it. Either someone completely mad, or someone completely sane, but knows what's right for her kids. And that was Ar-Rumaisa. You see, this boy grew up in the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So much so that of the descriptions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that we have available to us of how the man Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam looked, right? The only ones who described Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam are the little Sahaba that were little at that time. The only descriptions we have are from Anas and from Abdullah ibn Umar and from a few other Sahaba who were all little, small at that time. Abu Bakr never described Rasulullah. Umar couldn't describe Rasulullah. Why? Because whenever they were in his presence, they lowered their eyes. They were in so much humility and humbleness in his presence that they could not bear to raise their eyesight to look at him. So it was the little ones that looked at him. You know? The little ones would look at him. And so it was Anas who described Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in great detail. And Anas radiallahu anhu used to say, because he had become blind towards the end of his life, He said, my eyes have become blind, but I can see my beloved Rasulullah in my dreams. So he used to see Rasulullah as well in his dream, even though he had become blind. MashaAllah. Anas, the Prophet's servant, little servant, became such a righteous man. And the Prophet made so much dua for this man. Made so much dua that Anas would say, Wallahi, I could not move a single stone except that I found gold underneath it. Right? Meaning that he couldn't do anything except that Allah would give him wealth and provisions. Until when he passed away, he had no less than 126 children. 76 of whom passed away before him. Subhanallah. Obviously they weren't all from the same wife. Okay? Anyway, but the whole point was the man was exceptionally blessed and the man was exceptionally rich. When he passed away, he had 3 wives. And when he had these 3 wives, he left money behind for them. And when you calculate the amount of money that he left behind for each of them, it's approximately after my calculations for what money was worth at that time to now, approximately about 36 million US dollars for each one of his wives. And that is, by the way, after you calculate the fact that the children, that the wives get 1/8 if there's children. In inheritance law, the wives get 1/8. And if he has 3 wives, then that's 1/3 of 1/8. So that's, how much did I say, 56 million? The 36. So 36 million, that's 1/3 of 1/8. Amazing. MashaAllah. The best of this world and the best of the hereafter. Best of this world, the best of this hereafter. Why? Because of this woman who sacrificed her deepest desires in order to please, in order to do what is better and righteous and better for her son. We're not saying that our sisters should do that. Sisters, thank you. I don't want your 4-year-old kid. I can't raise them. I've got my own kids. Thank you. Inshallah. I'm not saying that we should do the same. But what I am saying is look at the examples of such a person. And it takes exemplary dedication and tremendous patience to be able to do that, subhanAllah. Especially when your child is living and growing up just 10 blocks down the road, 10 houses down the road, subhanAllah.